coming back once again for the day, giving a great shout out to everybody. As you can see, the title says "Get in Your Zone." Get in your zone, and I want to talk to the producers right now. To all the producers around the world right now, this is just like a part two of the other video I did about producing. Because looking at Brother Mitty Man's video not too long ago, when he was having the book with Khalid Glover in there again, which is a dynamic book. And I want to say get into your zone, because what I mean by that, when you're in this producing field, it's not easy at all. And it's very time consuming. And you have to do a lot of people gonna hate you because it takes up so much time. It's one of those jobs where you just all day long, you really ain't even on no clock. I mean, you're on the clock, especially if you're in the studio, you're an engineer, then you know what I'm talking about. But when you producing at your own home and messing with the studios, then you can relate to what I'm saying, because I do a lot of producing at home. And you got to get in the zone. What that means, JT, you got to cut your phone off. Hey, if you got to, you got to stop answering the door. Because the only way you're going to get it done, you're going to have to separate yourself from everything else. Because there's so many distractions when you are trying to record. That's why I have most people angry at me, because they want me to sit on the phone and talk to them all day long. And like I don't have nothing else to do, and I'm not talking bad about nobody, trust me, especially family members. I don't even answer the phone when my mama calls. It better be an emergency, because people be fussing at me all the time about my phone, but they don't understand when you are a producer and when you are laying down music. See, all of those distractions, you got to be off and around them, because your mind have to be clear. It's already hard enough dealing with things on a daily basis, the trials and tribulations in your life. So if you don't have a clear mind, you are not going to be able to produce like you need to produce. And you might start at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you might not end till 8 o'clock the next day. See, that's the kind of time I put in producing. And I'm not saying it for no hand clap or to say I'm better than nobody. But when you get into that zone, doesn't nothing bother you. And you got to, like I said, you got to cut that phone off. Same way when you get in the Word of God, you need to be somewhere where you don't have no distractions, so you can hear what the Master is telling you, so you can focus on the Word. That's why when I do these videos, you don't hear my phone ringing. First thing I do is pray. Second thing I do is cut my phone off, cell phone and house phone. And if that house phone ring, I forgot to unplug it, but I try not to have no distractions. And when people knocking, I even put a sign on the door, don't knock on my door right now. I'm in study. Because people don't care, man. They only care, a lot of people don't, they only care about their needs, man. They want you to stop, drop, and roll when they call you. That, man, you got to let folks know, hey, I'm recording. You know, I can't get back with you till later on. Because anybody in production there, y'all know what I'm talking about, especially when you go into the studio. Don't be taking your homeboys and children and all them distractions in the studio. You need to leave folks at home and just, hey, folks get mad at you, just let them get mad at you. Because I learned one thing the hard way. If you keep getting tied up in everybody else's stuff, you will never finish your project. And Mitty Man, I know you know what I'm talking about. We talk about this all the time. And you made me just think of this looking at your video. Get in your zone. Cut your phone off. Sometime your wife gonna get mad at you, man. Your girlfriend gonna get mad at you. But you have to do what you gotta do to get it done. It's not no, I like to say it like this, music ain't no 9 to 5, man. Music is 24/7. Just like God's word, ministry, 24/7. And see, I can relate as a minister of music and a producer. And most of y'all can too. When you are a minister of music, that already ties up a whole lot of your time. That ties up everything. Going to church, and then you got the studio. Then you trying to focus on doing your own project. That's why I have failed all the way off of doing my own project. Shouldn't be no reason I shouldn't have a CD out. I'm just being honest. But I have gotten so tied up in everybody else's stuff, but now folks just gonna have to stay mad at me. That's why I keep telling people about these piano tutorials. I don't have the time of the day for that right now. Oh, I'm gonna make time for the word, but when I'm not in this word and on these videos right here, I'm in the studio. I'm laying it down. That's why when you see me come on here, you might see me do 2 or 3 videos in a row, and then I'm done for the day. Because once I get If I don't go to the studio once I get in that corner over there and put them headphones on, I think I'm out of space somewhere. And I don't need nobody distracting me unless it's an emergency. That's the only reason I'm answering my phone. So I had to say this again to people just to let you know you got to stay in your zone. Stay into your, get into your zone. And any distraction that's hindering you, you got to get off and around it and just tell people straight up, hey man, I'm recording. I got to get this done. And I understand you going through this and going through that. See, I have this happen to me all the time, man. K-Ray is a witness. I try to record sometime in my room, man. I have so many people coming over here knocking on the door with their problems, and they act like I'm just supposed to drop what I'm doing and just, okay, let me forget about recording. And I hear what you're saying, brother. And there ain't nothing I can do about it but pray for you. And people think I be being rude because my time is very valuable. Your time is very valuable. And you should use your time very wisely because 24 hours go by just like that. Quick. So I encourage every producer to get into your zone. Stop all the unnecessary stuff. If it take leaving folks at home, leave them at home. And another thing I always remember, don't be going in the studio to rehearse. Rehearse at home. Sad thing is too many people fooling around when they get into the studio and just wasting time. That's why I try to be strict. When people tell you, man, when I'm laying tracks, I'm a totally different person. I'm going to make you pissed off at me because I'm going to keep it real with you. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to be pissed off at me because I'm going to let you know, just like you need to let me know if I'm not doing something right. Sad thing is I got a million folks pissed off at me right now. And you know what I tell them? God bless you. Because my change ain't for you. So what? You mad at me because I have to do this, I have to do that? Man, I'm going to have to take some folks to court behind this music, man. This being a producer. It ain't no joke, people. That's why I tell anybody in production, make sure you got that black and white. Y'all know what I mean by that. Make sure you got that black and white because people will rip you off. And I'm talking about in gospel and in R&B. I done been in both of them. That's how I know how the game go. And it is a dirty game, people. The music business is one of the most dirtiest business you can get off into. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And I found out how dirty gospel people are. Oh, yeah. Because I don't only just play gospel music. Y'all know that. Y'all see that on the page. I do wedding music. I do love ballads. I don't care what it is. I even got a rap beats. I don't do a whole lot of rap beats no more. But I'm still doing my R&B music. You want to call it secular? Whatever. I told you, I'm not just a minister of music. I am a producer and I engineer. I try to do it all. God has blessed me with that. And I'm not bragging by long shot. Trust me, I'm not bragging. I have a lot of questions about my production. That'd be me doing all this stuff. Because I found out you ain't got a whole lot of help, people. You want something done, you damn near got to do it yourself. You got to start cutting folks off. Get that book Khalik got, and you'll understand some of the things Khalik went through, and I can relate how you got to cut folks off. They're going to be pissed off at you. Anytime you're an MD, when you're a music director, you're going to catch a whole lot of hell. Folks be ready to kill you, man. And I have been an MD for a long time. And people get mad at me because I just tell them straight up, I don't play about my time. I don't play about my business. That's real talk. I sure don't play around about my money. I really don't. This is my livelihood. I made a vow to God, and God has been blessing me ever since. And I made a promise, and I stuck with it. Because long as I'm being faithful over a few things, you know the rest. God will make me a ruler over many because he already told me and told you to seek ye first the kingdom. That's what I do first, y'all. I seek the kingdom, and all these other things, they added to me. God has blessed me where I don't have to clock in for that. I ain't going to say the white man no more. I'm going to just say I don't have to clock in no more and have these back-breaking jobs that's been killing my body all these years. I'm working for myself now. God has provided a way for me with this production, with this being a minister of music and whatever else come along. So I try to do a lot of different things and learn all I can, man. So once you get into your zone, and when I say get into your zone with that word also. Especially minister of music who also do production like you, man. But you already do that. See, this is my dwelling place already in my mind. But this house, this is my church. Whether people gonna agree with that or not. This is where I have the most fun and spiritual time in the Lord, right here in this room. right over there in that room, right back there in that next room, in that other room. I have a ball with the Lord. I don't have to go to church to serve the Lord, but I love going to church also. So when you get into that zone, cut your phone off. You're going to have to tell some folks, no, I can't do this today. And we quick to tell somebody, yeah, but we ain't quick to tell somebody, no. Well, I done learned how to tell folks no. I told y'all that last time when I got out of that hospital, oh yeah, I had some terrible comments. And a lot of folks wasn't even concerned about me getting out the hospital. You know what their concern was? When your next video gonna be. And that was very sad to me. But I didn't expect nothing different. All people concerned about was, hey man, when you get better, it was only a few that checked on me. Few. They checked on me. I was pretty much in there dying. But y'all see me now, I done got all my strength back, my health and strength. That's why I tell you, ain't nothing more precious than health and strength. Y'all see, you see your boy looking good. I'm on them weights 24/7. I'm ready to knock somebody out with this word though. God bless you and may God keep you. This is my prayer. Get into your zone and don't let nothing stop you.